Under the same moon, we share the love. Embracing the differences like hand in glove. Spreading peace and joy, it's a beautiful sight. Together we shine in each other's light. United we stand in love's pure might. Watching the world share in love and light. Hearts beating as one in our peaceful flight. Colors of harmony painting the night. United we stand in love's pure might.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. Thank you for tuning in to Watching the World. We are so excited tonight. We talk about so many things happening that's pressing in the news, especially when it comes to the election that's coming up, even the midterm election. People want to know what's going to happen. Last week, we were flooded with so much about Epstein and Donald Trump. There's so many pictures, a lot generated by AI that's floating around on TikTok and so many other places. I'm pretty sure you're fascinated. It's too funny. A lot of times it's hard to decipher between the real and the fake. Tonight we have with us a real person, and she's one of the best to do it. Her name is MamaFlips. A lot of people have been requesting to hear her viewpoints on certain matters, and I'm so happy to bring her to you tonight. MamaFlips, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you? Thank you so much.
Quite well.
Let me make sure we even.
All right. Quite well. Quite well. So what's happening? How was your week?
Well, it was good. Oh my God, it was amazing. I have the family. Flip is here in the house with his family for Christmas. My babies are here to open up their gifts and stuff like that. My Theo, my second son, former correction officer, we opened up the gift on Christmas Day. It's just been a beautiful time for family and love. Like I've really been enjoying my time with my family. So it's been great. It's really been a really great holiday season.
All right. We come back a week later and there's another million Epstein files looming in the air. What do you think about that?
I'm thinking about time. The fact of the matter is that there's a lot of files that already been out there. I mean, I have a 7-hour expose that I even brought it up so I could show you guys of every receipt that I found about Donald Trump prior to the election. Right. So there was always already details. There was Katie Johnson. I keep calling her Katie Smith for some reason. There's a Katie Johnson case, which is very similar to someone named Maria that's coming out. And also Virginia, who is the one that took down Prince Andrews. There's always been receipts. It's just people didn't want to see it. Now people have no choice, right? Because my mega brothers and sisters pushed the envelope and now we're getting everything. The fact of the matter is that the FBI, oh, I'm sorry. Can you give me 1 second? My battery's about to die on this. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry, guys. Give me 1 second.
Okay, as you come in, please hit the like button, share, and subscribe. We have so much. As you can see, we're already getting to it. I see we already have Stella in the building. Thank you so much for being such a great moderator and being here early. We appreciate it tremendously. So let me give you a little rundown of some of the things we're going to talk about tonight. We're going to talk about the Epstein files in accordance with Donald Trump. We're also going to talk about the whole Nicki Minaj. We're going to go through her video where she was at AmFest last week, and she said some things that has people floored. In fact, she said some things that has people puzzled as to why she may have changed her mind or changed her position. Now, we do know that in the media, people said she lost 10 million followers.
Wow.
Basically in one night. So it turns out that that's not true.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, MamaFlip is back. So let's get back to it.
Sorry about that, guys. All of a sudden it looked like what I love about the pad, the Mac, is that it'll tell you when the battery is about to die. And I'm like, ah! So, so as I was saying that we all knew. Also, it has to be said, people don't understand. It has to be said that the FBI has always been a friend of Donald Trump. Okay. I hold that very close to my heart. It's not a conspiracy. It's the truth. Okay. James Comey, prime example. Okay. There is a policy in the FBI DOJ that you are not supposed to. Hi, Stella. How are you? You are not supposed to share any controversial stories, investigation during an election period. Everyone knows that. But yet James Comey decided that he wanted to bring up a new laptop, right? And bring up the whole email controversy with Hillary Clinton in October, a few weeks before the election, right? He is a Republican. He wanted a Republican candidate, in my opinion. No one could convince me that he did it because he felt it, that it was his job, when there is already a policy in place. And if you have somebody who knows there's a policy in place and you're not supposed to share information, they share it anyway, then you know that they are biased. They are trying to shift the American, the voters in one direction. Now, we don't know if the laptop would have not been revealed if Hillary Clinton would have won, but it would have been most likely that she would have won over Donald Trump, especially since we just heard that he was trying to squeeze women by the PUSSY. So Comey was definitely one of them, right? So also Giuliani, who is the best friend of Donald Trump, came from the FBI, very close ties. He was able to get, and I'm telling you, don't ask me how I know. Don't ask me how I know, because I can't tell you how I know. But there was certain investigation that was brought up by the FBI in New York that Donald Trump knew about before it even became live. And I believe, in my opinion, he got that information through his contacts at the FBI. Okay, so that's how I feel. So I've always felt, so for them to come and tell me, oh, there's a million files that they're just finding out. Come on now. You guys knew there was a million files. You guys knew about Jeffrey Epstein. You just didn't want to look too close. You didn't want to look at it until you were forced by my mega brothers and sisters, because I got to give it to you guys. You guys are the one that pushed the narrative when it came to that. It was when they started pushing, that's when they were like, uh-oh, we got to look through these files. You knew about Epstein since 1992. You knew about the friendship since they've been friends since 1993, 96, 97, all the way to 2008. Stop playing with me. They're trying to play in our faces. So yes, I do understand. And I do believe there's more than a million files. And I think they're going to waste our time and our energy and trying to scrub Donald Trump out of it. But they don't have to worry about it, because Donald Trump is all over the current documents. I could show you a bunch of documents that Donald Trump name is all over. You know what I'm saying? So they can't scrub it as much as they want to. But that's what they want to do. And let's talk about the fact that they try to push everything during the Christmas holiday. I didn't even know that Donald Trump signed an executive order. Apparently, he signed an executive order saying that people could be off on the 24th, the 25th, and the 26th, the federal. We weren't off the 24th, and I got to go to work tomorrow. So what was that? I think the reason why that he did that is because he felt the Epstein files was coming. So he wanted to give his people something and get everybody out of Dodge so they don't pay attention, because people want to spend time with their family. So, but the thing is, Epstein files going to come back next week. It's going to come back in 2 weeks. It's going to come back in 3 weeks. It's just going to be right back in his face. So that's how I feel.
Okay. All right. Very good. So listen, let me ask you a question. You are familiar with Kamala Harris, right?
Yes.
In the media, they said that Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, is polling higher than her, but Gavin Newsom is polling higher than the two of them put together.
Okay, first of all, what is Dwayne Johnson, The Rock? What is he running? He's going to be running? He's a candidate now?
Yeah, he's running for president.
Did he announce that he was running for president?
Not yet, but, they're doing the polling. I guess apparently he is, so.
So Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, has said that he's running for president?
Apparently,
Allegedly. Under what? Democrats? Under what?
Democrat. Yeah, Democrat.
I got to see what he has to say, because he has never been part of any events or any policy making or anything I know about him. So he might. I got to see what he has to say. The fact of the matter is, Kamala Harris is an amazing person. I met her. I know she know we're not friends, but we know each other if we see each other. She's seen me. Right, I was part of a major group. That's how I met. She's a wonderful person. I've met her as senator. She's great. America is not ready for a black woman president. It's not going to happen. It's not gonna happen. If America would vote for this guy, who's a predator, right? Who's a liar, right? Who's a thief, right? Because he's a white male who used to be a celebrity. That means they ain't ready for Kamala. And no matter who else, if she comes back, I mean, I wish that she would try to run again, but America's not ready for it. They don't want a woman, and they definitely don't want a black woman. It's not gonna happen. So I don't know if they're gonna go for Johnson. Johnson is a black male, I think. Or is he Hawaiian? But anyway, he's considered a brown male. I don't know if America's ready for another brown male. Not where we are politically. There was a time when Obama came where people was looking for change. There was hope. There was a new progressive movement where we wanted hope. We wanted change, and there were a lot more of us, meaning people who want to take care of others than them, which is Republican who believe that people should take care of themselves. That's how we got Obama. We're no longer in that era. We're now in the far right era. It's going to take many years to move us back to the middle where we could consider somebody. Now, as far as Gavin Newsom, I think Gavin will beat, and I think we talked about it, will beat or could beat J.D. Vance because J.D. Vance has a brown wife. His wife is Indian. I don't know what denomination, but I know she's Indian. I believe she's Muslim. Our current political environment, the far right, especially the white T men and the white T women who sneaks around and tell us that they want to support us, but they really support their husbands. They want a white T male. I don't think they care that whether he's Democrat or not. They care that he got a beautiful blonde, blue-eyed wife. I think her eyes is blue, and he has beautiful white T children. Also, he's very funny and he's charismatic. And no matter what people feel about him in California, a lot of people like the way he's trolling Donald Trump. So he's the clean, pretty, good-looking version of Donald Trump with a beautiful wife and children. Yes, they will probably go for Gavin before they go for J.D. Vance, who they hate anyway, who called Trump, I think, the H word. That's the guy that ran Germany years ago and did the horrific thing, right? All right. The only thing that J.D. Vance has is just the fact that Trump support him. They don't like his wife. You don't see his wife. Where do you see his wife? Is his wife out here even talking at different events, right? Not only that, he is very funny. Not only that, they call his wife the most derogatory word on Twitter. They call her, I wouldn't even, let me tell you something. I don't like J.D. Vance at all. But I wouldn't even think of calling his wife the most disgusting words that they call this woman. They are disrespectful to this woman. So yeah, the rumor I'm hearing is that J.D. Vance is going to divorce his wife and marry the CK Erica, and they're going to form an alliance. That's the rumor I'm hearing. I think it's conspiracy though, but that's the rumor I'm hearing. That they're trying to move the wife over and get him with Charlie Kirk widow. Now that may boost his election prospect if he does do that. If he gets himself a white T woman, maybe, possibly. But yeah, that's where we at.
Well, J.D. Vance did say that he hoped that his wife would come to Jesus.
J.D. Vance is an ass. Let me tell you something. I'm sorry. J.D. Vance is an ass. I'm so sorry. I don't know how you guys entertained Trump and J.D. Vance. I don't even understand. You married this woman. This woman married you when you were fat and unattractive. And they were talking about you doing things to a couch when you were in college. They had pictures of you cross-dressing. She married you when you were nothing. And she helped build you up and gave you a home and children. How dare you, sir? You better stick with this woman and stop playing. And you accepted her for her nationality and her family nationality. Why do people think that people could just give up their religion for Christianity? Why is that even a thing? Why do you think like she was raised by parents who raised her in this custom? What do you think her father and mother gonna think if she just do away? Okay, so fine. Let's talk to our Christian brothers and sisters. How would you feel? Of course, I'm biased. How would you feel if your child married a Muslim woman or man, and then after that, your child, without even consulting or having a conversation with you, all of a sudden become Muslim? Doing away with everything you know about Jesus and stuff, and y'all will have a heart attack. Can we at least have some empathy and sympathy for people of different religious sectors? But go ahead. I'm sorry, Mel.
There's a lot of people here. Tell them like some of your experience, like you told us last week, in fact, how you know Kamala and other people. You met
Oh,
Barack Obama and so
guys,
forth.
okay. Do I have to do this again? I want to talk to you about Kamala. Yes, I definitely know Kamala Harris. Um, she's an amazing person. I love her dearly. I met her doing the work that I've done, and the work that I've done, and also I'm very politically connected across the board. I mean, that's the best way that I could tell you. If you know, I tell people all the time, if you know who I am in real life, then you know me. Like people, if you know me, you know me. You know my connection politically. Um, where I work, I've worked for the office of the mayor for 32 years and stuff like that. And I've met everyone from President Biden to President Obama to one of my best friends is city councilwoman. And I'm just really politically connected. Now, what I decided to do as a result of America deciding that they wanted to vote against Donald Trump, which I couldn't believe that. I didn't even believe that America would even be as foolish as to do that. I decided I was going to take a break. So what I did is now I am currently on a break politically, meaning that I'm not actively outside doing different things for my party. I must say, I do currently hold a public officer position in Brooklyn. So I am still politically connected in a lot of different ways. I'm part of many boards. So when I tell people I'm her, you know what I'm saying? Meaning that I am in the community and I do a lot of stuff. But as far as the federal government, I haven't done anything because Donald Trump is in office. It doesn't make sense for me to stress my nerve. You guys wanted him. I congratulate y'all. And I'm just sitting here and seeing what he does. Now, if the midterm election change around and my buddy Hakeem Jeffrey, who I love and who I've known, who I've met, who is not a Tubu Obama, he's amazing, he's smart, and he gets done. If he wins, then I'll be back in the movement.
Yeah, they said that he's a knockoff Obama.
He's not. He is not. And everybody who says it don't know nothing, don't know him. I'm about to share a photo again, Mel. I'm going to share the same photo that I shared the other time, so you guys could see. Hold on.
All right. And then we're gonna get to Nicki Minaj at AmFest last week. Okay.
That's it. All right. I just want to make sure that you guys know that when Mel you want to share it? Oh, you didn't share it yet.
I wonder why. Okay, I got to remove that. Here we go.
That's me and Kamala.
Oh.
Okay. So I just want to make sure that when Mel tells you who I am, you know who I be. That's me with short hair, and that's Kamala Harris. All right. So I am part of a lot of heavy political. Again, I'm on a break. I kind of retired from my main group, one of my groups. I'm still part of a lot of other groups, but I'm already taking a break because I want to see what Trump could do. Like I don't even want to fight with y'all anymore. I spent so many years fighting about Trump that right now I look forward. And I'm being funny. I'm not looking forward to his cruelness because that's why I'm still doing work. I'm still out here supporting, and doing the work that I can to help people. But I think that America should be punished. And I think America should allow Donald Trump to do every rotten, stinking, derogatory, nasty thing that he said he was going to do. I think so. And I think that once that happens, we will learn. Now, don't get me wrong. My Latino brothers and sisters is a prime example. I love y'all. And I promise if ICE come in the neighborhood and try to take one of my neighbors, I will be the first one to try to take videos. I'll bring in my lawyers. I'll help. I'll GoFundMe. But y'all voted for them, especially the men. So if he's going to kick your ass out, y'all voted for it. That doesn't mean I'm not going to help y'all. That doesn't mean I'm not going to help my neighbor. I'm going to help my neighbor, but I'm also going to help if y'all need my help. Other than that, I'm sitting here waiting for it to happen because you voted for him, right? For my beautiful Gen Z people who did not want Kamala Harris because you guys was mad because President Biden provided funding to the country that's having the war on the other side of the world. I'm not going to mention them, but I'm not talking about Russia and Ukraine. I'm talking about the other ones. You guys voted for Trump. If y'all didn't vote for Trump, y'all stayed home, which is the same thing. Y'all wanted him to do something for the country over there that's being targeted. Y'all felt that he was going to do better than Biden and Kamala. What are we supposed to do as a community? Y'all voted for this man. There's nothing. The people that are talking about how grocery prices, prime example, grocery prices is going to be low. Grocery prices is not low. Grocery prices not low. I couldn't even buy. Let me tell you something. I went Christmas shopping. Last year was amazing because last year I found a bunch of bags because I'm tired of rapping. I'm tired. I have a bunch of grandkids. I'm tired of rapping. So last year I went to a store and I bought a bunch of bags. The bags was 99 cents. All I had to do was stick the paper and put it was beautiful. Bags all over my tree. It was maybe 1 or 2 boxes that I had to buy, but everything was bagged. It was so easy. I went to the store. The bags were $2.99. Every single bag. Last year was 99 cents. It's $2.99 for Christmas bags. What are we talking about here? The grocery prices. What were we talking about? I was talking to my family member earlier where they talked about something was double the price. They couldn't. I forgot what was double the price when they went to the grocery and they couldn't pick it up because it was too expensive. Like the grocery price is high, but guess what? Guess what? Let it be high. Why not? My gas bill is up here. The electricity is up here. Let it be high. Why not? Yeah, vote.
Donald Trump gave a speech last week talking about how great of his tariffs have basically brought down a lot of prices. Gas price below $2 in certain states. What do you think about that?
Well, gas price is not over $2, under $2 here. The gas price is like $3.02 over here, and I'm giving him grace with that because it was always around that price. It was $2.90 to $3.02. So I'm not even blaming. I'm not talking about the gas price at the tank. I'm talking about the gas price in the house, the heating price, the heater price, like the gas bill. I don't know. You guys must be rich. What are you guys burning coal? You guys burning wood? Guys live in wood. We live in houses where we have to pay electricity, Con Ed, National Grid. Those prices are high. They're not low. So anybody who's telling you that they're low is lying to you. My sister's here from Virginia. She's former Navy. We were just talking about prices just now. How high? Because somebody was telling me in our last live that, oh, the prices are high because you live in a blue state, but in the red states, they're not high. My sister live in a blue state. Damn price is high. What are we talking about? Like, are you guys insane? You guys are insane. But anyway, I'm here to say that I am one of the ones that are willing to just allow Donald Trump to have whatever power he needs to drag the United States where it needs to be dragged so that we can learn our lesson and not vote for a predator next time.
Okay. He says you need to go to Somalia.
So what? So here's, I'm glad you mentioned Somalia. So there is an article that came out. Did you see the article about the journalists that went to the daycare center in the building? And can you now? Is it me, or was it some type of racist gotcha propaganda that was going on? Why is it all of a sudden Somalia is the issue? Y'all guys
hold on 1 second. I'm sorry, 1 second. We have over 500 people here. Please hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Can you just take a moment, tell them who you are and where to find you?
Oh yes, hi everybody. I'm MamaFlip. If you guys don't know, if anybody know who my son is, let me know on the chat. I'm not gonna tell you who my son is, but I am MamaFlip, and you can find me on MamaFlip Slots. MamaFlip Slot. Yes, MamaFlip Slots. That's my main channel. Also, I have another channel called MamaFlip Live. But I'm trying to get us over 10,000 subscribers on MamaFlip Slot. That's MamaFlipSlots. So please join us there. We play slots all the time. Especially if you guys don't like us, you could come and see us spend money playing slots, and you could, laugh at us, laugh at me anyway. So that's who I am. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so tell us about Somalia. What's going on? I mean, these guys are saying they're going to all these places and there's no one there, no kids, no adult.
The fact is that why are they now attacking Somalia? We don't have enough trouble with you guys attacking transgender people. What makes Somalia the issue now? Because what? Who was Nicki Minaj talking about? Were they talking about the Somalia with the Christians the Somalians attacking Christians? Or is it because Donald Trump said that he's tired of black and brown people coming to America? Most of them are Somalian. What started this? Because I don't even understand what started it. But I think the fact that these two reporters went to look for Somalia people to get a got you moment, I think is deemed from racism. Because let me tell you something. When was that video taken? Was it taken prior to the Christmas holiday? Was it taken months ago? Because guess what? My kids are home for the holidays. My kids are home for the holidays. So when did you go to that building looking for children? Right? We all know that around this time, most of the different nationalities, whether it's the Jewish people, the Muslim people, they have holidays. They have holidays. They have religious holidays. When did you decide to go there? How do we know that their kids wasn't being taken care of year round? How do we not know that they wasn't home because of the holidays? How? Why would they even do that? They did it because, you know something? It's just coincidence that they decided they want to do an expose of Somalia when Donald Trump is talking about Somalian people. That's my problem with them. If you want to do a got you, and it was 6 months ago, or it was a long-term study of, what is the Somalian people doing in America, then I would be like, okay, you know something? You got me. Why is it all of a sudden Somalia is an issue? Why is it?
So you think it might have a racial undertone?
I think it has a racial undertone, and I think the reason why they decided to do it is because Donald Trump has a problem with Somalian people. And I'm not sure why. I don't know.
Wait, they voted for Trump though. They voted just like many Hispanics.
Yeah, I know. I saw the video of the one that was the four black. I mean, the brown man. I don't even know if they consider themselves black. Was actually did a press conference supporting Donald Trump. And this is where I come with being empathetic, right? Because I'm an empathetic person, and also say you get what you get. Like, you voted for this man. So if he's terrorizing you, and then I feel bad for the young man. Apparently, ICE attacked a young Somalian American young man, and he was hurt because they dragged him down, and he was trying to show his ID. I don't know if you saw that video, and he was trying to show his ID, and then they hurt him physically. I feel really bad for the young man that was hurt. I mean, that should not have happened at all. The problem that I have is that you are getting what you vote for. I don't know what you want the rest of us to do in real world, real life. Like, you voted for it. And if you vote for it, we got to see it through. You understand? I said, we got to see it through. So, you know, the people, maybe the person that owned the daycare center, the building, they voted for him too. And now look what they're getting. They wouldn't have got it under the Kamala Harris term. None of this would have happened.
Sean says, I have no regrets. I voted for Trump again in a heartbeat.
I'm sure you would, Sean. Good luck to you. Talk to me in 4 years. Talk to me in 4 years, but not even 4 years. Talk to me in 6 months, because here's the thing. Donald Trump was best friends with several sexual predators. Now, so when you say you vote for Donald Trump, probably that means that you don't mind voting for a sexual predator. And I'm good with that. You understand what I'm saying? Because everybody don't have that's what you voted for. Because he did these things. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you care more about yourself and your family and your white tea world, if you're white tea, because you could also be a token black, right? You care more about yourself than you care about the world. You don't give a damn that we are now the laughing stock because we have a sexual predator running the United States of America. I don't even understand it, but good for you. I'm just saying that Donald Trump should have the opportunity to do everything. We should find out all about the Epstein files. We should find out every predatory behavior he does. So in the history books, when our when my great-great-grandkids come back and look at me, they're going to be proud of me. I could bring all my grandkids right now. They're already proud. They already know what grandma's doing. But my future generation, I want them to come back, look at my footprint and say, you know something? She tried. She tried. You know, she tried to do right. She tried to save the world. But for the rest of y'all, please don't change the narrative. Please, for the love of God, y'all voted to love Trump. Please make sure that your grandchildren and your future generation has your picture with your mega hat on, so they can put it on the wall, so they can laugh at your asses in the future generation. That's what I'm saying. I'm just putting it out there. Okay, again, no hate to my mega brothers and sisters, positive energy, but I just got to keep it real. Oh, Mel, I have to say something. I forgot to say. So apparently I got in trouble. I don't know if I'm getting in trouble on your show. So apparently my son had a live. Please go check my son. Did anybody guess who my son was? Because I didn't see anybody. Please guess who my son is. So apparently my son had a Christmas live, and somebody came in the house during his 12-hour Christmas special, and they were like, oh, Mama Flip is in trouble again. Right? Mama Flip is in trouble again. I'm like, what? And my son was like, Mama Flip is always in trouble. So I'm like, what the hell did I do? So I asked myself, I just saw him for Christmas. I said, what did I do? What did I do? He said, no, you didn't do nothing. So that means that I'm in trouble on Twitter because of this collaboration between me and you. Because apparently I'm in trouble. I don't know what I'm in trouble for, but apparently I'm in trouble.
Okay, no problem. I have your back. The case is solved. Case is solved. I stand with you.
Thank you so much.
All right, so let's change up a little bit. Let's get to this Nicki Minaj thing real quick. All right.
Yes, please.
To leave as a legacy in this world for your family, for your baby, for just everything.
Well, that it's okay to change your mind.
All right, you heard it first from Nicki Minaj. It's okay to change your mind.
Nicki is an illegal immigrant. All right, so let's start from there. Okay, Nicki is an illegal immigrant. Her family brought her behind here to the United States of America when she was 5 years old, and she's still not a United States citizen. When is ICE going to visit Nicki Minaj? That's what I want to know. And why is the YT people at TPUSA clapping? It's just a hypocrisy bullshit for me. She is excuse my language, she is everything that these people at TPUSA cannot stand. Everything. She is black. CK himself talk mad crap. God rest your soul, CK, no disrespect. Talk mad crap about Nicki, saying how she shouldn't be a role model for girls. He talked mad crap about her. And for you to have the total audacity as a black, I can't even consider her black because she doesn't understand about the black experience. As a dark-skinned female, to go there, you could hardly walk in the heels, right? That you got to be led with the clothes that you, whatever. She did look fabulous. Her face looked fabulous and her hair looked fabulous. But for you to go there in front of these white tea people when you represent everything they hate was the most ironic BS I've ever seen in my life. I'm like, yo, a lot of our token Uncle Ruckus, Auntie Ruckus, brown face, MAGA people really don't understand what the hell is going on in this world. I'm very disappointed in her, but I'm not surprised because I think I mentioned it already that she was completely against COVID. She thought COVID was conspiracy, and she was completely against the vaccinations and stuff like that. Talking about how her cousin's friend, one of his testicles shrunk or disappeared or something like that. So she's always been that way. And one of the content creators, they said that she had a song years ago saying that she was a Republican. I don't remember the lyrics, but she said there's a song that she wrote where she said that, I'm a Republican. So I don't know how the hell your ass is a Republican. Can you even vote? Can you even vote? I thought you had to be a United States citizen to vote. What are we talking about here? It's an embarrassment. It's an embarrassment.
But she said she had the right to change her mind.
She never, her mind, when did she change her mind when she always said she was Republican? How can you be a Republican Democrat when you can't vote? Can she vote? She's not a citizen. She has a Trinidadian passport. How can you tell me that you changed your mind? What you change your mind about? You can't vote. You can't vote, girl. You don't know nothing about the United States politics. What the hell you know about politics? What do you know about our policy? What do you know about the black women, especially the black women struggle in the United States? What do you know about that? I'm trying to figure out what she wants Trump to do for her, right? That's what I think it has to do with her husband. I think she's trying to
Mm.
get her husband, because even though there's something going on with the hubby, I know the husband was caught up on some state trial, but apparently there might be a federal situation going on because he didn't register, according to what I'm hearing. So I
You
think there's
mean,
something going
hold
on.
on, he didn't register to vote?
He didn't register to be part. He's supposed to register as a ex-predator, a sex predator, because of what
What?
he did.
Oh
So
my.
apparently he's supposed to be on a list, right? That's in the list, and he didn't register. So according to my understanding, there might be a federal case that's coming up because he failed to register. Now he took a new picture and he registered apparently, but it was too late. So I thought it might be because she's having problem with the $20 million house that apparently they're being said that she might lose her home, right? Because right now she is fighting with Jay-Z. She's fighting with her record label. She already said to us on Twitter she had several breakdown mental health like type of conversation lives. And the reason why I put mental health in it, because a lot of people were saying the way that she was speaking, it seemed that she's suffering from something. And when she spoke badly about Jay-Z, about Rock, I think it's Rock Nation, whatever the company is, the record label. And she said she didn't make money out of any of her tours, and her tours was fabulous. Apparently I didn't go, but her tours was fabulous and she didn't make no money. So she's probably looking for money. But the thing is, there is a record where she said that she was a Republican. I don't know where she's getting MAGA from. MAGA don't like it. MAGA don't like her, right?
Wow.
They did like her. They're liking her because she's a token. I think Donald Trump said that, the reason why he's happy to have her part of the team is so that she could talk to the urban community. The girl is who's she talking to? Like, who's she talking to? She's talking to us? Most of us are pissed off anyway. But go ahead, Mel. You was about to say something. I interrupted you.
Did you see what's his name? Mayweather. He went to Israel and he swore his love for Israel, what have you. And then now you see Nicki Minaj. Do you think it's more of a pay to play type of deal, or do you think she actually went to them and wanted to be a part of the AmFest?
I think that I don't know what it is. It just seemed ironic that right now that she is doing it this time after she had all these lives talking about how she didn't get money, she didn't get paid, right? And that she is angry. Apparently she's angry with Gavin Newsom, the governor of California. I believe it had something to do with her house. Also, there've been some rumors that there's some tax situation that she's going through. It's just that right now she's going through several crises, including that she alleged that several people stole from her credit card. She has a huge bill and everything like that. So it seems that she's under a lot of financial woes right now that might deal with it. But also I heard that her husband may be on some federal legal situation. And my thing is with Nicki is this. Let me tell you about Nicki. And all of them. I get it. Snoop Dogg, Nicki, who else? There's several other of them. Waka Flocka, all these people, all these brown faces who decide they want to go to help Trump because they have they need something, whether it's taxes or whatever. I get that. I don't like it, but I get it. If you're gonna hustle, you're gonna hustle. If you're gonna scam, you're gonna scam. I get that. What I don't like is why you hustling and scamming. Don't tell us what to do. Don't tell the rest of us what to do. Just go there, smile, hee-hee-hi, chugga-chugga, do some tap dancing, get your paycheck. We get it. We understand. Get your money. But don't come here trying to tell us about policies and procedures when you don't know shit about excuse my language. You know nothing about policy and procedures. You don't know the struggles that most of us out here. Just get your money. Get your coins. Get your coins and let's just keep on moving. That's how I feel about it.
Okay, let's get back to it.
Yeah. It's okay to change your mind. You don't have to, sometimes there's a lot of things projected onto you when you change your own mind. They project fear, shame onto people who don't think and do as they think and do. But I've traveled the world. I've performed for huge crowds all around the world. no matter how many songs I do on that stage, it didn't mean as much as this. Because this is a direct link for younger people. This is a direct link between young people and God. And
All right. What do you think about that?
What a nonsense bullshit. This is the first time I'm hearing it. You know, I never heard the whole thing, right? So you sharing it to me first time. What the hell kind of nonsense it is? So all your fans, all the Bobs are full of crap, right? I hope the Bobs are paying attention. All the Bobs are full of crap, right? Because this particular moment right now, as I sit here, is the most important moment right now. All the shows that I've ever done, this is the most important. That means that every show, all the Bobs, other people paying hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars to come and see you and spend time and buy your records. They mean nothing. Only sitting next to the YT widower of CK, that means more to you than everything else. That's what you're saying. And another thing about Nicki. Somebody said it, and I'm not sure if it's true, and it's none of my business. At one time, wasn't Nicki pro-choice? Wasn't she pro-choice because she had to take care of some business? When did you change from pro-choice to now against choice, Nicki? This is what I'm hearing. I heard pro-choice. Somebody there was an article about you needed to take care of some business. So what are we doing right now? It's like the reverse. You said you have to change your mind. What mind are you changing? You're changing it for your benefit. You're changing it because you need to get paid. Something is happening because let me tell you something. If you are a true Christian, I want to see, you know something, I'm gonna be fair. I want to see what the album say next year, the March album. When the album come out in March, I want to see what the lyrics are in the March album. That's what I want to see. I want to see the lyrics. Your ass better start singing some Christian music. Since you want to change the repertoire so much. Change your music. I want her to come out next year with a Christian album. That's when she's going to prove to me she changed. That's when she proved to me that she changed. Come out with a Christian album. And stop going on freaking Twitter and attacking other black children. All right? Show your Christian face and your Christian attitude and stop disrespecting Cardi B children or all the rest of the children.
Wow. She said this is one of the best moments ever.
Of her life. Of her life.
Are you happy for her?
I don't like Nicki Minaj. And the reason why I don't like her is because of what she did during the COVID crisis. That's why I don't like her. Prior to that, I liked her music. I thought she was a beautiful person. It so happened that she and my friend and my son know each other. You know what I'm saying? So I always show respect, or I used to show respect and reverence to everybody that is connected to my son somehow, some way. But Nicki just took this one too far. Even when she talked about COVID, I was pissed off at her, but I gave her grace. But this is just a little too far for me. This is too far for me. You understand what I'm saying? I don't even know where she's going to come, how she's going to come back from this, to be honest with you. But if she changed her mind, let's just say everybody has a right to change their mind, right? Just like the people who decided because of the war from the other side of the country, they changed their mind. They didn't want to vote Kamala Harris. They wanted to put Trump in office to teach us a valuable lesson. The rest of us ain't learning nothing except for we just sitting back here and just like watching, like to see how far this stuff go, right? So yeah, she does have a right to change her mind. She just doesn't have, in my opinion, she doesn't have a right to represent a group of people that she knows nothing about. Because if she, in my opinion, understand the true Black experience, she wouldn't be sitting up there talking this yin yang about how you don't have to hate YT children to care about your own, or some similar crazy ass statement, like you don't understand the privileges and that YT people have had from the moment they're born, from the moment they're conceived. They're even treated better than Black children in hospitals. Babies, it's been known statistically that certain nurses will treat the white children much better than even our Black children in the hospital. We've been going through this struggle since the moment we've been born, and you're trying to tell me that now you want to take the stance and take the gauntlet and ride hard for the white people because they're what? They're persecuted? Because their feelings are hurt? Because we're too mean to them? Nicki Minaj doesn't know anything about being Black. True Black person, the struggles of being Black. She doesn't know anything. So I don't think it's a good idea for her to go into these white stages and trying to represent a Black woman and say that I'm here for you guys and I could talk to my community. No, dear. You can't talk to us. We're good. If you want to change your mind, you want to be with them, then you be with them. That's fine. That's your right.
Well, people feel like it could be a part of a bigger plan, to try to sway the younger generation to be more open.
Who? Please. Well, the younger, let me tell you something about my young generation. Unless things happen, you see, there's a group of our Gen Zs that's very politically connected, right? They're very politically connected. They want to change the world. They want to end hunger and everything. Those are the progressive far left. Our young brothers and sisters that's out here in these streets, they are working out these streets. They are hustling. Some of them are scamming. Some of them try to live there. They don't give a damn about what Nicki Minaj have to say about who's running for office or whatever. They don't give a damn. I tell people all the time, Donald Trump, this is a prime example, is the ICE agent in Chicago. Prime example. Me and grandma from my mother was talking about it. She said, Trump is sending ICE to Chicago. I'm like, yep. He said, she asked me, they're going to do any good? I said, they're going to do as good as the community want them to do. And she said, what do you mean? I said, the only reason why ICE is still in Chicago is because the young men and women in Chicago is leaving them alone. That's why ICE is still in Chicago. I went to Chicago to a march years ago, and I had to have somebody who I met, and she took me to the area because she had street cred. And she told me, she said, okay, this Black belongs to this one and this Black belongs to that one, and each shall not cross. You understand? Everybody support and respect each other's section. You understand what I'm saying? So if that's still the case, the ICE has not stepped in the wrong area yet. Because the day they step in the wrong area, then it's going to be popping. You understand what I'm saying? So Nicki Minaj is not speaking to our street brothers and sisters that's out here struggling, trying to make food, trying to get money for food to feed their children. She's not talking to them. She's talking possibly to the white progressive, maybe the brown progressive, who are fans of hers. But she lost a large amount of her fans with that transgender comment that she made too. So I don't know who she's talking to. I don't know who that is. And then Donald Trump didn't say that, oh, I want her here to talk to the youth. He said that, oh, I want her to be the communication with the urban communities. Who the hell is listening to Nicki Minaj?
All right, let me keep moving here.
There's been a lack of that. There's been a lack of that in our media, in our everyday conversations. People have been, interestingly enough, people have been Christians have been being persecuted right here in our country in different ways. So when we talk about Nigeria and other countries, know that prior administrations saw nothing wrong with that. And that's what was wrong with them.
Oh, wow. What do you think about that?
That's a lie. First of all, the United Nations cared about all these issues, and every single atrocity throughout the world, United Nations will talk about. The Pope will talk about the United Nations, and also the presidents of the United States whenever there's crises across the world. This is why they traveled internationally. And what pissed me off about the MAGA community, and I love you guys, is the fact that when the prior administration cared about the international issues, you guys were yelling America first. America first. Now all of a sudden you guys are in control. Now you care about Nigeria? Y'all didn't even want Biden to go anywhere. What are you talking about? What is this hypocrisy bullshit that's going on right now? What about Christianity? Christianity is the highest, one of the highest, most powerful religions in the world. They used to unalive people back in the centuries, years ago, if you weren't a Christian. You understand what I'm saying? So when did Christianity came under attack in the United States of America? Right now, you guys are putting Bibles in our classes, right? You actually in our school, you telling people to pray in school. What are we doing? I don't care if you think I'm pathetic. I'm good. But anyway, you understand? What is the hypocrisy? Just say what it is. I want to be part of your group. I'm a Republican. You understand? I connect with Donald Trump because you know something? He has a certain way about him. I need lower taxes. I need my husband to get out of trouble. I need to keep my home. That's what we need to say. Just keep it real. Why are you dragging everything down with your selfish BS? She is lying. Please, Mel, tell me, when has Christianity been under attack? Please tell me. Please tell me. Please tell me. One of the most powerful group. You know they have multi-million-dollar Christians have multi-million-dollar churches, and they're not paying taxes. Multi-million-dollar churches. Wow. What was his name? He refused to open up his church in New Orleans, and they had to push him to open up the church during the storm. The one with the
Joel Osteen.
Is that him? Yeah. Isn't he Christian? Isn't that a Christian church?
Yeah, he's a Christian.
And he didn't. Why wasn't he opening up his doors to his Christian as a Christian to the community? Why he had to be forced to open up his door? Because he didn't even want to have shelter in there. What is going on? When was Christian under attack? Somebody tell me, how is Christianity under attack? Just to let me know. Because you guys don't like transgender people? Is that why? You have black people who born again Christians. Most of my friends in advocacy they've been trying to get me blessed with born again Christian for the past 10 years. Like Marie, all the work you do, you're a Christian.
They're gonna so I'll answer that. They're gonna make the argument that Christians were persecuted in the Bible, so they've been persecuted for at least, if you want to factor in the time that Jesus was on earth, for the last 2,000 years. That's the high level.
So this conversation is about being against the other community, right? So this is hatred against the other community. Because if you're saying, right, that Christianity every religion has been under attack for centuries. Every religion, Catholic, our Jewish brothers and sisters, our Muslim, every religion has been under attack. Everybody.
But let me make this statement. Somewhere along the line, right, MAGA and Christianity became one. And,
yes.
and since then, Donald Trump sits at the top of that, and this is where you get it.
Donald Trump is not a Christian. Donald Trump is not a Christian. Donald Trump couldn't read a Bible verse even if you pay his ass. The man went in front of a church and had the Bible upside down. He is not a Christian. You guys are a bunch of hypocrites that are lying to yourselves. You wanted a white male, right? A white male who could save you on your taxes. You did not like the black female to run and to become a president of the United States. Y'all only care about white male owning America. That's all. So it's okay to do that. It's okay to love him. I'm telling you, it's okay to love him. It's okay to want him. Oh, I'm not tearing. It's okay. You see, I'm one of these people. Let me tell you something. Again, I said it over and over again. If you spoke to me from 2016 to 2020, I was very angry at America for voting for Donald Trump. Angry. I mean, I couldn't even have conversations. Right now, I'm having conversations because right now, I think that America should get what America asked for. America asked for Donald Trump. America should get everything that Donald Trump has to give. And all of his cabinets, everything, the Republican, the Congress, the Senate. I think we should allow this man, the Supreme Court, to build the America that he wants. Now, the rest of us, we should mind our business and we should live our best life and raise our kids and watch you guys suffer. But I think that he should get everything that he wants. So I'm not hating. I'm happy for you guys. You guys got the guy y'all look at. I got the guy I loved the last time. So it's only fair that you guys get the love to the guy that you love this time. So it's only fair. But as for Nicki Minaj, because we're going back to Nicki Minaj, I think Nicki Minaj is about some BS, to be honest with you. I do not think that Nicki Minaj know enough about the circumstances that we're living in as far as Black America to even be a spokesperson for Black America. She is losing so many. She lost a lot of respect in coming out as Mega, going on that stage. A lot of Black people are not paying attention to her at all, and they think that she's a joke. So if she's supposed to speak for us, how is she speaking for us when nobody's taking her seriously?
All right, so let's get back to Nicki Minaj.
I truly feel that there are people out there who felt good about chastising Christians right here in our country. And it's kind of really, really sick. We can't let people like that be in power, you guys. That's the truth.
Oh, I know who you think you're talking about. You're talking about Olan. I would love this person to write out what I said as
Defamation.
defamation. Please write out everything I said as defaming Nicki Minaj, because almost everything I said I could bring out receipts. Now, so you're talking about what is the Congresswoman, the House Representative? I think she's in Somalia.
Omar.
Is it Omar? Omar? Is it Omar? Because her first name. That's who she's talking about. So she wants to go after her. That's what she's talking about. So I thought that she was mostly referring to our Jewish brothers and sisters. So she's talking about the Congress representative that she is offended by, right? The fact is that Christian people decided that they wanted to create what is called the Tea Party, right? And then they in turn changed the Tea Party into MAGA. And then after that, they decided that it was going to use the Christian flag to explain their anti-Semitic actions, their anti-pro actions, their anti-Black actions, their anti-woman actions. The only thing that means anything to the United States of America, and they're trying to reverse us back to 1920, 1930, is a white male in control of everything, right? And his white tea woman who may have permission to go to work but needs to be home raising kids. That's what they want. The rest of us ain't about nothing. Now, the Nicki Minaj of the world remind me of the kitchen help when we had slaves. You understand? I used to tell people this all the time. You see, me, during slavery, I would have been in the fields. You understand? But Nicki Minaj would have been in the kitchen, right? She would have been cooking and feeding and taking care of the children, because that's what a lot of our MAGA Blacks are about. They care more about the YT people and being accepted in their community than they care about the hurt and pain of the Black folks. That's what they care about. Because people think that we hate, and that's a new narrative, that we hate YT people. We don't hate YT people. I don't hate white people. I have no problem with white people. If you know me in real life, you know who I am and you know who my family is. What I don't like is people trying to make the Black folks, me, the problem and the bad guy, and making the YT people the victims, when the YT people has always been the conqueror. They've always been deemed the hero. They've always been deemed the smartest, the most attractive, the most richest, the most intelligent. How do you all of a sudden, all these years, you've been at a lot? I was reading, I was talking about the other day, Maya Angelou book. I Know Why, you know the book, Why the Caged Birds Sing? Maya Angelou book is one of the most powerful book in the world. The pre-chapter, she talks about her being in church. And she says that one day in her book, She said, one day the people that look at me, they're going to see the real me, who's going to be blonde and blue eyes, and they're going to regret the way they treat me. And they're going to have to apologize to me because they think that the person that they see now with the black skin and the kinky hair is the true me, but that's not the true me. The true me is beautiful, and I'm white with blue eyes. We talk about Maya Angelou writing a semi-autobiography about that. It's always been, for many, many years, for my past generation, that being white was what people strive to be. Not black people in general. You understand what I'm saying? But even our Latino brothers and sisters, most of them would be like, are you black? No, I'm white. Like, the Cubans, no, I'm white. You understand what I'm saying? Being white has always seemed to be the highest and most envies, if not everybody's envy, but the highest, pretty much the highest thing that you could be. So when did they become victim? When did they become victim? That's what I want to know. When did white people become victim and black people became the problem?
All right. So let's get back to it.
I can sugarcoat it and laugh and kiki, but the truth is, I am here today to tell you guys that we absolutely cannot let people who have a problem with us worshiping God, we cannot have them in power. We cannot have them in power. All you have to do is look at what is happening in other places in the world. Look at what is being done to Christians all around the world. And ask yourself why people in this country that were in positions of power felt so comfortable to try to take our voices from us. They were that afraid. They are that intimidated. They are that insecure. They are that small inside that hearing us and seeing us worship God irritated them. Our spirit irritates them because when we speak, they get shown up. When the truth walks in the room, the lies hide. They don't come out willingly. You gotta pry it out of them. They hide because they don't want you or anyone to know who they really are behind closed doors, because even they know how evil it is to try to deprive people of worshiping God.
What have you, you're an amazing mother. What have you seen that has been a struggle for young women today? And then also, since both of us have little boys, I would love for you to also talk about the male side of that question as well.
Okay, well, something that I've noticed recently is that for little girls, I think that no matter how you look, we should be trying to...
Before we move on to this, she's going to change the subject a little bit. What do you think about people, what she said about people being in power who do not like Christians?
The only thing I can think about is she's talking about the far left progressive, and I don't know specifically what is in her craw. What is she really talking about? Is she talking about the fact that a lot of people are supporting the Jewish community? I don't understand where she's coming from. Also, do we know what church she goes to? Does Nicki Minaj go to church every week or every Sunday? Is she part of a congregation? Does she have I don't see her. Is she part of a church? Can a reporter media ask her what church she goes to for me? And then how long has she been going to the church? And what contributions she gives to the house of God? How does she pray? Like, what is she teaching? Did she baptize her children? I mean, that's what I want to know. Can somebody really dig into her Christianity since she wants to push it down our throat? But I need to know who is disrespecting Christian. Give me a name. Give me a name to it in this so we can have a conversation. Because I don't know if she's attacking Omar, I keep forgetting. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce her name. The congresswoman from, I think she's from Michigan. I don't know if she's attacking her or if she's attacking our Jewish brothers and sisters. I don't know where she's coming from. She needs to put a name on the attack that she's putting. Who is she talking about? You know what I'm saying? Because I don't see it. I think that there's been a lot of conversation from the last election about the hatred between the Jewish community and the Muslim community, depending on what side of the coin or what side of the war you are in supporting. You are talking about either the Jewish people are being attacked or the Muslim people are being attacked. When did the Christian people came in this conversation? That's what I want to know. When did Christianity become an issue?
With
Why did it go to church?
With Nigeria.
I'm sorry?
With Nigeria.
What is going on with Nigeria? Because I don't know what's going on in Nigeria. What's going on with Nigeria?
The individuals there are being attacked just because they're Christians. They're setting the houses on fire while people are there, and then as they run out, they're being hacked. So that's what's happening.
That's horrible. That's been going on for centuries. All right, that's been going on for centuries, and the United Nations should do something about it and hold them accountable. I don't know how Nicki Minaj, who is daddying, who is not African, as far as I know, unless she has an African auntie or something like that, or African. I don't know. I thought she was Trini, right? What does she have to do with Africa, Nigeria? But anybody could speak on the subject matter. But what's happening is horrible. But it's been happening for many, many years. So that is an international issue, right? I thought we were American first. So in line of American, and I don't want to take away from the tragedy that's happened in Nigeria. It shouldn't happen. Somebody should do something about it. No one should lose their life, period. But let's put a pin on that for a minute. Let's talk about America first. America first is supposed to be about the United States of America. I need Nicki to tell me who is attacking Christians in the United States of America. Because as far as I'm concerned, the MAGA, who is Christian, has control of the presidency. They have control of the House. They have control of the Senate. And they have control of the Supreme Court. They have control of the media. They have control of every political power in the United States. So how is Christians being attacked in America first country? That's what I want to know.
Okay. All right. Scott says Trump is destroying all that was good about this country.
I agree with you, Scott.
Okay. All right. Let's get back to the video.
Still into them to be proud of how they look. Recently, in the media, it's almost been like a push to, it's not just making young Black children feel proud of themselves, but it's almost like doing that and at the same time telling other children not to be proud of themselves.
That's full of shit.
I don't want any child feeling that way.
All
right.
That's such a lie. That's such a lie. That is such a mega talking point. This is why they want to do away with slavery. This is why they're taking away slavery. You see, I didn't think that was going to work, but apparently MAGA there's a lot of things that MAGA did that worked, right? And that what is called whistling in the dark, or there's gaslighting. There's a lot of gaslighting technique that MAGA. No disrespect to my MAGA brothers and sisters. Let me once again say congratulations for getting your man in office. I respect. All right, I'm just giving you my point of view. I have MAGA people in my that I love, so I'm just letting you know. But this gaslighting has to stop. MAGA came out very early on when they wanted to start voting for Trump to say that they felt that slavery should be removed from the books, the history books, and their white kids should not be taught about slavery because it was it was many, many years ago, and we are hurting Becky and Jim feelings by talking about slavery, right? That's what she's talking about. That's what she's talking about. She's using all the mega nonsense, gaslighting talking point to talk some BS on this stage, right? Nobody harassed Becky and Jim in school. If you go to any school whatsoever, the people that was being bullied was either the nerds, and sometimes the nerds was mostly black, but it could be white. But the people that was being harassed and bullied were the black folks. We know this statistically. I was bullied as a kid. The people that had that was the cheerleaders. That was the football in school and college. That was the yearbook committee. Most of them was YT people. What are we talking about? When did YT people and kids become the victims of the United States of America? They came from England. They stole the United States from our Native American first family, right? And they've been going strong ever since. Then they go to Africa because they didn't want to do the hard work, and they brought black and brown, gorgeous human beings over here to drag them like animals. When did it all of a sudden become the YT people? And I love you, my YT brothers and sisters. No disrespect. But when did you guys become victims in America? Y'all control everything. Y'all control everything. Y'all control everything. Like, yo, what the fuck are we talking about? Y'all control everything. Yeah, you guys are illegal immigrants. Y'all came from England. What the fuck y'all came from? Y'all wasn't here. United States of America does not belong to white people. Y'all came from England. You're from Europe. That's what you came from. Everybody know the history, but again, this is why they want to deal away with the history books, right? They want to recreate America about YT people when America, YT people was always in charge. They're privileged, they unalive, they took, they stole, they dragged. They made America based on blood and fear. That's what America was created by YT people. Why are we all of a sudden supposed to be empathetic and sympathetic? And don't get me wrong, I know that we have issues as far as people being attacked. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about as a group. If we're talking about as a group, I'm not talking about individual. As a group, YT people is looked upon as the gods of the United States of America, as the goddesses of the United States of America. Black folks has always been second. So when was it reversed? Because MAGA started doing these talking points, these lies, and then you have a brown face like Nicki Minaj spewing this bullshit. Who is attacking a white? Please, it just makes me crazy. It just makes me crazy.
All right, let's get back to it.
If as Black women we felt that we were not being represented and not being admired for our beauty, if we felt like that as Black women, why would we want to do that to other women? Amen. Why would we now need to make other people downplay their beauty so that we can feel, no, that's not how it works. I don't need someone with blonde hair and blue eyes to downplay their beauty because I know my beauty. Do you understand? It doesn't bother me that a woman feels and says that she's beautiful. Why?
All right, what do you think about that?
Oh my God, the fact that she even says that she used the blonde hair, blue eyes. Oh my God. Oh my God. I don't even know what to tell you. So she's trying to say that that we think that white people are ugly. Right? Let me tell you something. Okay, I just went online. Okay. It says here, okay, online. I just went online. I just want to show you something real quick. I'm just going to show you a definition. Because I went online and I says, what is considered beautiful in America? Okay. Right on Google, right here. Let me show you. Let me see if you can share this, if you want to share this. It says Beauty America is complex, historically favoring Eurocentric trails, light skin, blonde hair, thin and curvy. Okay. It goes on to say, but it's rapidly shifting. So it's the rapidly shifting that they're afraid of? Is the rapidly shifting that they're afraid of? But guess what? It's not shifting as rapidly as we want it to
feel that. Why?
Sorry about that. Go ahead.
It's not shifting as rapidly as we want it to be. Okay? People are still trying to identify every single race that's not 100% that are considered black are still trying to identify with their white half. That's what they're trying to do. Because in America, to be powerful, to be rich, to be considered for a job, an office job, to get a promotion. Do you know how hard we have to work as black women to get the same promotion that a white male get or a white female? Do you know how hard it is, how easy it is for a YT person to get a manager position and a supervisor position before the black? Let me tell you something. Let me tell you a personal story. I'm going to tell you a personal story. I am very high up at my job. I don't know if I'm going to still be there next administration. We'll see. Very high up. I excel in my job, like excel. When I went, it wasn't DEI hire. I'm a former Marine. So, they like me the fact that I came in as a former Marine, but it wasn't DEI. I worked very hard to excel in my position. One of the first meetings that I went into was, I went to a meeting, I think it was in City Hall. I believe it was in City Hall. And my director at the time was a white male Italian guy. He came in and he brought me in. And we're sitting at the table, and there was a lot of white tea people at the time that was there because it was around the Giuliani administration. There was a lot of white tea. So we sitting there, and I do my job required me. We had to talk to some very high level people about the project they were interested in. I sat in there, and they started giving my director questions, like questions, right? And me, I'm writing my notes. I'm not saying anything. And all of a sudden, my director turned to me and said, I'm going to just use my name. That's not my name is Marie. He's like, Marie. And all of them looked at me, and to this day, I remember the shock in their face when he says, Marie. They did not expect. I don't know if they expected me to be Bob's secretary. I don't know what they expected. I took over the meeting and I explained the whole thing, and they had to respond to me. What I'm saying to you is that even at my age, at my time, succeeding and excelling, I had to do this with implied racism, implied biases. Do you understand what I'm saying? As a black female, and I didn't have dreads at the time. I had a cute press hair, because even us black women, we thought having press hair or weave was the way to go for many years because I was considered beautiful. Pretty hair was considered beautiful. I felt for it too. I was lucky that I was lighter skinned than most people. Do you understand what I'm saying? But I had to sit there, and I had to. My boss had to introduce me for them to even respect the fact that the black woman that was sitting there was the one here that had the answer to your issues. You understand what I'm saying? And that's something that happened to me, and that happened to me many years ago. And we always had to fight for our place at the table. So for Nicki Minaj to talk about that bullshit about like we ourselves, we have to love ourselves, and we have to look at ourselves, and we have to be proud of ourselves, and we complain about the fact that we're not being recognized. It should not take away from other people. Why do we need to recognize it when there already is recognized? There already is the owner of the entire world. What are we talking about? It's some gaslighting bullshit. Excuse me.
Alex says, didn't Charlie say Nicki is a terrible role model for little girls?
Yes, she did. That's why this is so embarrassing for me. Like Charlie did not like you, God rest his soul. CK did not like her. He did not like her. So what are we doing? Like I said, if she came on that set, she's like, look, I came here to make some coins. I came here to support my girl because apparently she and Erica now are friends. If she came here and she wanted to chat about, like a certain subject matter, like music. She wanted to entertain, maybe possibly political violence. If there was anything she wanted to talk about, my problem with her is that she's trying to talk like a black-faced person, like a Black American. First of all, she's not Black American. She came in illegally any which way. You understand? But she's trying to tell us as Black people how to feel or how to act. I don't like that. You don't have the right to tell us how to feel. For you to even tell me in this stage that, oh, for us to complain about how we being treated doesn't mean we should make other people feel bad. Other white people, just show me you don't understand being Black in America. She doesn't understand being Black in America.
All right, let's get back to it.
Why have we gotten to a point where certain colors or certain kinds of people have to be afraid of loving themselves and loving the way they look?
Holy shit.
Like, isn't that wild? And so for little girls, I don't want what was done to little Black girls done to little white girls. I don't want it done to any girls. I want all the little girls in the world to know that you are unique. You are beautiful. You are you, and you can compliment another girl. You can compliment another woman and still know that you are epic and amazing. So that's what I would say for the girls.
Okay, what do you think about that?
When did we start hating white tea girls? When did white tea girls became the victims of the story? When? When did they become the victim? Somebody explain to me, like, when did the white tea people become the victims? The highest paid actors and actresses in the United States and Hollywood are white tea people. The ones that gets the first job for many years. White tea people were the actresses and actors that was chosen to play minority parts. When the hell did white tea people became a victim in the United States? When the hell did they started calling white tea people ugly? I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm talking about collectively. Obviously, we have unattractive people of all sexes. We're not talking about features. Like, we have unattractive people on all sexes. But when did, as a whole, we are now looking at blonde and blue eyes. This is almost like the Twilight Zone. There was an episode of Twilight Zone which I love, where this beautiful young lady kept on getting operated on, and it was towards the end that you realize that the people that actually, I don't know if you watch Twilight Zone, it's a great episode, that the people that was actually operating on us, we would consider ugly because they had the contorted face and the lips and stuff like that. And she had to go leave the community and live outside with other beautiful people who all happen to be white people, right? Because the community that she came from was people that look like aliens. This is like the Twilight Zone. It's like the Twilight Zone episode. So you mean to tell me the beautiful white tea, blonde-haired, blue-eyed people are being attacked to the point that they have to feel, we are making them feel bad? Are you crazy? This is insane. Oh, we have to tell them that they're beautiful too. They know they're beautiful. Their teachers tell them they're beautiful. Their church tell them they're beautiful. Commercials tell them they're beautiful. Actors and actresses tell them they're beautiful. Everybody tell them they're beautiful. Everybody, from the day that they're born, the nurse tell them they're beautiful. The doctor tell them they're beautiful. They're all beautiful. You know how many babies, black babies get told that, you funny looking? Or that you know how many of us get called names? Because of our colors, our eyes, our hair, and our lips? Is she serious right now? This is crazy to me, man. This is insane. I don't know, Mel. Go ahead, continue playing.
All right.
I didn't know it was this bad. I didn't even know it was this bad because this is the first time I'm hearing it. I did not know it was this bad.
William says, what did Martin Luther King Jr. say? Everybody should love each other. Everybody should get along with each other. Not racial profiling.
Martin Luther King had a white woman, allegedly, as a mistress. If you want to talk about Martin Luther King, let's talk about Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King had a white mistress. For God's sake. Let's talk about Martin Luther King. Being a legend that he had a white man. He had a beautiful black woman at home who worshiped him and raised his kids. Yeah, he had a white, alleged mistress. So apparently Martin Luther King did believe that all people are equal. So when the hell did white people become a problem? Of course I'm a racist. You can call me a racist. I accept that. By the way, legally, black people can't be considered racist. But you know what I'm saying? Thank you. Go ahead. You were saying.
All right. So let's get back to the video.
Let's get back.
And I know my adults understand clearly where I'm going with that, where I'm getting, I don't like that. I don't like people making other people feel badly about themselves in any way. We need to nurture young girls. Yes, whether they are black, white, Asian, Hispanic, they still need to be nurtured. They cannot continue to pay for other people's sins. They haven't done anything wrong.
Amen.
MAGA talking points.
So why now?
Okay, go ahead.
Talking points. MAGA talking points. MAGA talking points. Somebody said, I'm sorry, stop yelling. I'm going to yell. So you just going to have to lower the volume of your thing. So I'm going to yell. Because this right here, this is my first time. Mel is doing this to me on purpose. I purposely did not watch the Nicki Minaj thing because I know it was going to be triggering. So I'm triggered. So I'm going to yell. Now, with that said, Mel, I just told you the talking points in the beginning of Donald Trump bid for presidency. They said they pushed this narrative that we were hurting Becky and Jim's feelings because we kept on talking about Black history, Black suffering, and Black slavery. She must have sat down and decided, let me open up the book of MAGA policies and procedures, and she's just reading them all across the world. I want Nicki Minaj to tell me, point out, and I'm not talking about kids because kids do tease other kids. I want her to show me collectively how America has prosecuted, demeaned, and bullied the white people. That's what I want. I want her to come back to me and say, Mama Flip, here is a whole segment of white people in America with blonde hair, blue eyes, because that's what she said. She said blonde hair, blue eyes that are being persecuted. I need her to show me that because I think she's about some bullshit right now.
Okay, all right. Let's go back to.
Have you been involved with speaking about politics? What was kind of the turning point for you? Yeah.
What was the turning point? Well, I just got tired of being pushed around. Yeah. Sometimes you just get tired of it, and then you realize, wait a minute, I have something inside of me that's stronger than what's out there. That's right. So when you've had enough, you realize, wait a minute, why do I even care about these people and what they think? Who are they? They don't even know who they are. So I'm not going to back down anymore. I'm not going to back down ever again.
Amen.
All right. So she took back herself.
What policy that she knows about? They asked her about politics. What policy? What policy? Did we talk about policy? Did she pick anything? Did she say, hey, you know something? I want to talk about, because I know a little further, she talked about transgender, but I want to talk about immigration policies. I want to talk about, because your ass is an illegal immigrant anyway. I want to talk about immigration policy. And of course, and I forgot to mention that allegedly she's trying to get some family member. According to my son, he heard that she's trying to get some family members citizenship down here also, because I saw somebody say she wants a citizenship, but there's alleged conversations that Nicki Minaj is trying to get citizenship for some family members or get them to the United States. So what policy procedure did she talk about? Did you hear the whole thing, interviews? Mel, did you hear the whole thing?
No.
I need to know what policy procedure she's bringing up that she doesn't like, that she feels that she needs to now be a voice on. Is it immigration? Do you want a legal immigrant like yourself to be sent back, you and your mom? Is that what we're talking about? What about pro-choice? Do you want the pro-choice to be removed? because according to my understanding, you needed pro-choice at one time. I don't know. I'm not reading your history. I'm just telling you what people, right? What about okay, taxes? Okay, taxes, I get it. You know, if you're making money, according to my understanding, you're near bankruptcy. Maybe the tax is the thing that you want. So what policies are we talking about here? Do you no longer want people to get snapped, right? You no longer want people to get snapped. Do you want kids to eat in school? Because you know you're paying too much for it. What about the Medicaid and the healthcare? I'm sure you don't need the healthcare coverage. I know you don't need Obamacare, Affordable Care Act. I know you're good on that. Is that what your problem is? You want to do away with that? What about Social Security? You want to do away with that? You want people to work longer before they get the Social Security, right? What about a pension? You want to do away with pension, right? What about that? What about veteran services? He just fired 300 doctors from the VA. What about that? You don't want to help out military personnel? You don't want to help out veterans? What policy can she possibly tell me that she cares about in America, not Nigeria, in America, that she has a problem with, that she thinks that she needs to now talk about and be about? What is it? Start talking to me about some policy so we can have a conversation. Don't come to me as a brown-faced person telling me you want to advocate for white people because white people are being picked on by who? Who the hell they're being picked on by?
But it seems like to me she's saying that maybe she built up a big audience, right? And then they turned on her. So she's like, listen, I need to think for myself. I'm just going to do what makes me happy.
They turn on you because you don't represent them. You lied to them. Nicki lied to them. She portrayed a person as being an ally. She portrayed as being an ally to LGBTQ community. She portrayed as being a trans community because it's a prime example that people dress like her, right? They want to be her. They want to emulate her. You have beautiful people out there who worshipped her, right? She lied to them. She lied to the black faces of America, saying that I understand you, even in your music. You lied about that. What about Anaconda when you talk about some big thing? White team men, no disrespect. Not all white team men has Anaconda. It's our black brothers doing. So let's talk about some real shit. Why are you even acting like you're a black female, caring about the black issues, being part of the black community, when you don't care? You're not an ally to anybody anymore. That's why people turn against you. You are MAGA. God bless them. Let them buy your records. Let them go to your shows. And let them see you as the person that you are. Be them. Be them. But don't try to act like you're an ally for everybody else when you're not. That's why people are mad. That's why people are mad. That's why people are done. They're like, what the hell are you talking about, girl? Are you serious? She could have been like Snoop Dogg. A lot of people are mad at Snoop Dogg. She could have been like what's her name with her husband, Nelly and the wife, who I loved and I'm no longer speaking about. Nelly married his former girlfriend.
Ashanti.
She could have been like them. They're like, yeah, we support the movement, but we're not going to talk about it. We're going to sing and perform it, but we ain't touching we're not touching the black folks. Don't talk about black folks. You don't know nothing about the black experience. Go there, get your money, get your coins, be friends with them, and keep it moving. Don't tell us how to feel. Don't tell us how that we're not supposed to care about us being persecuted, and talked and laughed at and disrespected. We need to care about every other person when every other person live a better life than a black person. Every other person live a better life than a black person. What are you talking about? She don't know what the hell she's talking about, to be honest with you. And I think it's disrespectful. Again, she has a right to pick her sides. I have family, friends who wants to be MAGA. They have that right. I didn't like it, but they have that right. But don't come to me. My people can't come to me and tell me shit. And I had to, in turn, with all to stop telling them. I had to accept who they were and decide not to tell them anything. Because if I tell them, our agreement is to not come and say hi.
Yo, so we having an argument.
Who having an argument?
Tell them you're live.
I'm live. He know I'm live. Come in here and say hi.
Who's that telling you to tell me something?
Come and say hi to Mel.
I'm not saying hi. Hold on. We having an argument. Y'all
no, can you come and say hi to him on the
live? Give me a second. I'm talking about something.
All right, go ahead. I'm sorry, Mel.
Don't just palm me for talking.
You know we have hundreds of people on live, so they can hear everything you say.
I don't care.
All right, go ahead and talk.
I'm on live. Pay attention.
This is my son. Go ahead.
I told Auntie Audrey that I'm grandma's favorite up there with Uncle Rodney.
Yes, you are.
Thank you. Hey, Auntie Audrey, come here quick.
Yeah, Auntie knows this.
No, she said I'm not the favorite. She said the only reason you second on the line because you taking grandma to the casino.
No, you always been the favorite grandchild.
She said you bought your love.
Oh my God.
Auntie Sheila here too. Tight. I'm telling you.
Auntie Sheila on the line too.
It's bad. Hey, what's up, y'all?
What's up, Flip?
My man, what up, homie?
What's up? What's up?
How you doing? You good?
Yeah, I'm good, man.
Oh man, I didn't mean to interrupt the show. I'm so sorry.
Oh, fam, you see,
we met at the Diddy trial. Remember?
Oh yeah. I remember you. Yeah.
Shout out to you.
Ball me, man. I didn't mean to interrupt. You know what I mean?
No, it's all good. We're having a good
I had
show.
to tell my aunt is a hater, so I had to remind her that I'm the favorite. Period, because I updated my cachet in the life of my grandmother. My aunt, like she's somewhere far, so you gotta you come every once in a while. Like my grandma sees me, she feels my spirit, so I become the favorite. So she hating, and she said my mom bought the love for taking my grandma to the casino. She was talking crazy. She ain't gonna talk now. Yeah. Look,
I'm on live.
Look.
You know that TJ was. You know that Flip was. Flip was the favorite. He's the first grandson. No, he was the first grandson. You know he was the favorite. Stop playing with us. You know he was the first one.
Mom is gonna say you're the favorite.
Ask my mother. What did my mother say?
What I said about the.
I'm sorry, guys. You're getting to favorite.
The rankings of the siblings multiple times.
Yes, we did. Rodney is the favorite son. We know this. Flip is the favorite grandson. Everybody knows that. I'm so sorry, guys. Can you get out of my room, please? I love y'all. I'll talk later. Guys, watching the world. Thank you.
All right. So let's get back to it.
About that, guys. Welcome to my world. It's my family.
No,
everybody's
good.
upstairs having dinner and everything. I'm sorry, that was so funny. But
So
I'm
good.
sorry, Mel. You know he knows who you are. He met you and everything like that. So I hope you didn't take offense. He's like he didn't care. You know he's
No. It's all good. I met Flip before. We all good.
Yeah, and he knows that me and you are co-hosts together. So you know he's happy for me. So I just want to let you know that.
Shout out to Flip.
Yeah.
So here's the big question for you. We're gonna switch up a little bit. What do you think about Candace Owens?
Okay.
She's averaging 3 to 5 million people per viewing. She's doing great, but Ben Shapiro is at her head. What do you think about that?
Ben Shapiro, the funny thing is, and I'm gonna say it, I didn't know these people prior to CK Unalivement, right? And you would never have caught me listening to Candace Owens and Ben Shapiro on all of them. The only reason I even listened to Ben's clips is because he's talking about Candace Owens. Candace Owens is the draw for me right now. She's the draw. I don't know none of these guys. The Nick F's of them, all of them. I don't know them. Only Candace Owens had my attention because all of a sudden, because I always thought that she was cuckoo for Cocoa Butter, and I'm still, reserving judgment on that because of the stuff that she said, all the lies, the disrespect to black female. Also, she's another Nicki Minaj with the disrespect on black women. But she got my attention when I saw how hard she was going for CK, and I didn't believe that she and CK was real friends. To be honest with you, I did not think that they started. I didn't know that they started TPUSA. I didn't know nothing about them until I started listening to her. So she is the most interesting person that I've ever seen in today's society. What she did is single-handedly got all her haters and all her supporters on the same platform, which is unheard of. Like you can't even, I don't even know if she knew that she had the recipe to do that. That's why she has 3 million, because everybody who hates her guts is watching her, and everybody who loves her is watching her, and they all watching on one platform. It's amazing. It's ingenious. It's ingenious for me, and she's so controversial. She's so out of line in so many different ways. I need to be her. I want to be if I could be Candace Owens, I will be Candace Owens because I need to be her.
Do you believe any of her concepts when it comes to the Macrons, the wife being a man?
No, I did not believe that at all. And if it comes out that that's true, I'll be shocked because of the fact. Let me tell you, first of all, it didn't matter to me at all whether the first lady was transgender or anything anywhere, or pre-op or post-op or anything. When I heard that the first lady of France actually sent actual photos of her Yahoo to prove that she's a woman, I was like, oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. They said that she sent medical workers and she sent photos. I'm like, oh, yeah. if I want to send you pictures of my situation, then I'm 100%. And they want to continue to sue. I heard that Candace was trying to get the case dropped, and they said no, they're going to continue it and stuff like that. So I don't know what the hell is going on. So I completely think that she is full of crap. I believe that she's full of crap when she was talking about the COVID was a hoax. I don't understand anybody. One of her the biggest Trump supporter who was a black man unalived because he had COVID. Also, one of the sisters unalived because you have COVID. You met these people. King Face, who she interviewed, he didn't unalive because of that. But you know that King Face died around the same period. He allegedly they say he unalived because he had sected. But what I'm saying is that a lot of people that she knew unalive due to COVID. So how can COVID be a controversy? How could COVID be a lie? It's like things like that she goes to extreme that I cannot take her serious. However, with me saying that, I could actually respect her hustle, though. Not because I disagree with you and I think that you might be the worst type of person. I can still take a moment and respect your hustle because I'll be like, yo, Candace is about some hustling. Woo, 3 million. That girl is rich. Like, you know what? The formula that she created was crazy to me. I gotta give her that. You know, I gotta give her that. So yeah.
What do you think about this whole thing about Charlie Kirk's unalivement? Do you think she has some truth there or no?
I think that is the cover up. I don't know if the government was involved. I'm not 100% sure Tyler Robinson did it either, right? The reason why I'm not sure about Tyler Robinson is because of the text that went on with Tyler Robinson and the alleged transgender roommate. I didn't like the fact that the text looked kind of strange and weird with the way they were talking to each other. But not only that, I also find it the way they acted after he was unalive was very weird and suspicious to me. Now, the latest thing that really bugged me out was the fact that I heard that apparently the doctor had to call either the White House or the Senate in order to fix CK for his wife to come and see him. They had the FBI and everybody in the hospital at the time, and allegedly there's a story that they didn't want the doctor to go back in. They wanted him. They closed up the whole area. What is the FBI, DOJ, or CIA, or whoever? Who the hell? Why are they at the hospital stopping the doctor from cleaning him up? What is it about CK that they have the government so involved in this situation? CK was a spokesperson. He spoke about the issues that he cared about, and he found other people that cared about the same issue. What is it about him that made him so important that they are breaking all type of rules and regulations to protect this case? Another thing, so the hospital things got me bugged up. The judge really got me upset the other day because the judge is telling us now that he will not release the video until he sees the video himself before. What are you talking about? Even in all the trials that we had, we saw videos. Are you telling me you don't want to release a certain key evidence? The judge is withholding a key evidence that the media is looking for to explain what happened for now? Judge, what are we holding for now? What is all this controversy? If this young guy came and unalived another young guy, everything should be out in the open so we could all see it. Why all the trickery? Why all the silence? Why? That's the thing that gets me. So I think there's something going on with this case. I don't know. I mean, she's trying to say is Israel that's doing it. She said that she didn't say it, but there's implications that Netanyahu was part of it. You have the military part of it. She's bringing a lot of people into it. But my whole thing in general, I don't know, because she's a conspiracy person, so I don't know what's truth and what's not true when it comes to her. Because she can make an egg white yellow, right? She could take an egg and say that the egg is there's a white around it, but it's truly yellow because it has yellow. She could make anything into what she wanted to be. But Alex, I think the way they're acting is making it more more questionable. But go ahead, you were saying.
Alex Jones has taken some shots at Candace Owens. What do you think about that?
again, Alex Jones. I thought Alex Jones was sort of Alex Jones is the guy that got sued by the Newtown family members, that the big white guy.
Yeah.
Okay, Alex Jones, I thought he was veering a little bit against Donald Trump when it came to the CK investigation. Did he reverse? Because he was more into the
Well,
he was part of Tucker.
he's pushing back on Candace, so that's
Now
what I'm
he's pushing
focusing
back on Candace now.
Yeah.
Because I heard he was saying that, oh, you know, he may not like Candace, but he said that I remember him saying, I thought I saw a clip where he was talking about how the way they handle the investigation is questionable and stuff like that, and that they need to be more open. So I thought he was in line with Candace when it comes to that. So I don't know what he's saying, but Alex Jones is a white supremacist a-hole, like who hates, who pushed for the Second Amendment and didn't care about the lives of young kids when they, you know, get torn down. So I don't have too much to say about Alex Jones, but except for all those guys, those YT guys. Okay, I think I'm curious to know if Candace Owens now is recognized what it feel like to be a black woman in America, because all of these YT males are going after her. So I'm curious if she's giving black women more grace now that she's going through it, right? That's one. Two, they need to leave Candace alone. Let me tell you why. Candace is, her mouth and the way she drags people is legendary. And what I like about her, and even if I don't like her, but what I like and respect about her is her receipts. She is dragging everybody. She already outed several people that's LGBTQ, right? She is not playing with these people. She already outed somebody as being a sexual predator, and she's naming names. So I think that the Nick and the Alex and the Ben, if they don't have anything to hide, they continue if they want to. But that woman is bringing out receipts, and a lot of people like her, and the people that you think you could trust, they're giving her a lot of tea. Y'all keep playing with that woman if y'all want to. This is why I said in your live that Erica Kirk needs to be very careful, because if Charlie said anything bad about her while they were dating, and she pissed off Candace Owens was the type of person that was going to leak some information out. So It's good that they spoke. So I'm just saying, I would mess with Candace.
1 second. Brian Cantrell, shout out to you. Thank you for your participation tonight. I'm sorry you're going through such a tough time, but he says, Stella, good night. Have an MRI tomorrow on my shoulders. And the chat is moving so fast. Got into a bad accident on September the 11th. I know both shoulders are torn. Wow. With that being said, I will always be blessed. Catch you. All right. So shout out to you, Brian. Sorry you're going through so much. We'll be thinking about you.
And I hope everything works out with you and your shoulder, Brian. Thank you for coming by.
All right. So have back at it. Go ahead.
Yeah, no. That's it. That's all I wanted to. I think that's.
What do you think about this new $77 million lawsuit against Tyler Perry? After covering Diddy's case, and you see he keeps getting hit with all these different lawsuits. Any concern?
I love Tyler Perry, and I was very disappointed. But I knew the first person. What is the young actor name that told about Tyler Perry? The first guy was talking about a person that he respected. What is his name? The actor, Tyler Perry. Accusers. He was and he refused to name Christian. I think it's Christian. Is it Christian? Hold on. No, that's the Christian. No, that's not it. I'm trying to figure out. You remember the first young person
we love you too, Brian, and
Brian.
Feel better. Feel better.
The first person that came out and said that he didn't name a name. Tyler, who didn't name him? Hold on, I'm trying to get his name. I think his name is Christian though. But I think that once he came out, I knew, and I was so upset that I said, I hope he wasn't talking about Tyler Perry, because he came out and he said that it was on Instagram, and he came out and he said that he was part of a movie, and he lost his position. I think he lost his position, and he couldn't get another job, and it's because he feels that he's being blackballed because of the inappropriate behavior of someone that he held high. So they were saying it's either Tyler Perry or if it was one of the producers of the play, right? But I always felt because the way he spoke that it was Tyler Perry's. And now you have this other guy, which is Derek Dixon, and now you have
Christian Keyes. I think his last name is Keyes.
Keyes.
Keyes. Keyes.
Christian
Keyes.
Yes. Let me see his picture. Yes, Christian Keyes. Yes, him. So when he first came out, I was hoping, and I just wanted to see his picture. I was hoping that it wasn't him. It wasn't Tyler Perry. So, but I had a feeling that it was Tyler Perry because of the way that he was describing the relationship and stuff like that. And then you had Derek who came out who's saying the same exact thing. Had to do with connection to the movie, had to do with losing the job, had to do with promises. And now you have this third victim. The thing about sexual predators is that they have an MO. They have an MO. They stick with a certain pattern, right? That you could look at. This is why I talk about Donald Trump very clearly. I could connect all of Donald Trump victims to Katie Johnson based on Katie Johnson's lawsuit. You understand? I could connect it based on his relationship with the other predators that he had friends with, right? Like Epstein and Gerard and them. I could connect it because all of them have patterns. Sexual predators, almost like any felon, they have certain patterns. And his pattern is these good-looking, light-skinned males that he hires at a job, and he promised them roles and stuff like that. Now, a lot of people will say it's a money grab because once they no longer have what he promised them, they come out and they talk about how he abused them. But the fact is that he shouldn't be using his position, his powerful position, to meet these men. If they're telling the truth, we should say alleged, right? Because he didn't go to court. But if he is doing it, if he's doing it, and I love Medea, so please, Tyler Perry, don't sue me, because I've been a fan of it. I've watched almost every movie that you ever done. I love you. But if you are using your position as this big time producer, director, famous, uber famous, to bring in these attractive males that you find attractive, and you're bringing them in your circle, and you're acting like they're mentor and their friends, and you using that position in order to get laid, is wrong. It's like couch. It's like the Hollywood couch back in the days. And now all these guys, and another thing I found about sexual predators, you may have one, you may have two, but once you have three, then it's going to be 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And it's going to be crazy, you know? So I feel really bad about that. I hope that the trial was in New York. I'm waiting for somebody in New York to say that he did it, because I'm going to the trial. I don't care what happened. I want to see the receipts. I want to see the teeth.
All right. So you're definitely going to be covering it, huh?
Yes, I am. And the thing about Derek Dixon, you guys may not like Derek Dixon, but Derek Dixon had receipts. He had text messages. He had everything. Now, when I did it, because I did an analysis of his text messages, Derek Dixon, there was only 1 or 2 that I felt like, okay, Tyler, you crossing it with here. But most of the text messages could be construed as a best friend talking to another best friend. You understand that? Because it's almost like females, like when I talk to my girlfriends, we talk like that to each other. Like, you know, we talk about men, we talk about sex, we talk about this. Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? You understand what I'm saying? So when I was reading some of his texts, I'm like, it could be a friend talking to you about their life, about what you should have, what you should expect in life. But there were at least 2 texts I read, like, if that text is true, you were trying to get some, you know, from him, you know. So
okay. All right. So we're down to our last 7 minutes. I want to talk about Luigi Mangione a little bit.
Somebody say her husband about to go to jail trying to get him a party. Yeah, I think so. But go ahead, you were saying. Luigi, yes.
So January the 9th starts the federal hearing. Do you think that he can escape the death penalty?
I think so, depending on the jury, but I didn't know that the federal. I thought January 9th we were waiting for. I thought we were waiting. I didn't know there was a federal hearing. Oh my God, you're giving me some tea information. I thought that January 9th was around the time that the prosecutor have to submit their report, and then May is.
That's the state case. The federal hearing starts January the 9th. That's why you have me here. So we'll be in court
Will be recorded
on
January 9th?
January 9th. Yeah.
Where? Over the same, not the other.
Where Diddy was will be in that same
Oh,
courthouse on the 9th. So you have to have your ducks in order because we'll be going to court every day again, and it's going to be much colder than last week. Believe that.
oh my God! I didn't know. I thought the January because I heard everybody was talking about Luigi. I thought it was done until June. So
So
what is
we'll
the January 9th hearing? Is it the evidence?
same process, but it's going through the federal court. Then we'll go to Pennsylvania. I'll be covering it. I'm going to go to Altoona, Pennsylvania, to cover his next hearing.
Yeah, I'm not.
But that's after New York. But I'll be covering it all the way.
I'm so glad you so January. Damn it. Okay, all right.
So
right
I
now.
just want to, for the people in the audience, give them a good description of what you think about Luigi Mangione as a person.
Yes, I know. I'm sorry, guys. Sometimes I feel like I tell Mel, "Do you think we're being repetitive and a lot of stuff?" Okay, so as I explained about Luigi, it's like if you see him or you're in the same room with him, there is no negative energy from this young male. I was equating him to Diddy. I felt that when I was in the same courtroom with Diddy, I just felt a bunch of evil. Like the room turned dark for me. I'm like, this is not a good person. Like the energy, the shift in the room wasn't good. Right? When I look at Diddy, I see a bad person. Whereas when I look at Luigi, I see nothing except for a young guy that's sitting here, and you can't even imagine that this young guy would have coldly walk up and did what he did. You just can't. There was no negative energy whatsoever. To me, he seems to be, pretty much just calm. He talks to his lawyers. He seemed to be polite when they asked him to stand up to give his hand, and give his hand for him to be, put the cuffs on. He just give his hand. He walks in calmly. He walks out calmly. There's just nothing aggressive, intimidating, or dangerous about this guy. So if he unalived them, then he is playing a great role, because I just don't feel it. I just don't feel any negative on this guy at all. And I think a lot of people, especially the young people, the young lady that goes there, are feeling the same way. He just seemed like a regular guy, just a regular guy.
Do you think that he has any mental issues from what you saw, and that they might try to go that route?
I personally would not know, because everyone, all of us, so not all of us, but a good amount of us does suffer from some type of mental illness, whether it's depression or stuff like that. And you can't tell. There's a great commercial out there where they have a commercial about depression medication, and you see somebody smiling, but they have I don't know if you see the commercial. They have a drawing of themselves with a sad face, and they hold it next to them. I think this is a great analogy when it comes to people that suffer mental illness, especially with depression. You don't know what the person have, but seeing him, he just seemed like a relaxed, just quiet guy. Like when he was sitting, a prime example, not even in the courthouse, but when he was sitting at the McDonald's and we saw the body cam, there was no negative energy. There was no aggression about him. He was just sitting there, just watching them, waiting for them to ask him questions. He answered the questions. They told him to get up. He got up. They told him to put his hand together. There was no attitude. There was just nothing there that I saw. I think he asked one question, like, are you guys, I can't believe you guys, they said that he said, I can't believe you guys are all here for mass murder, or they said that, but they said that he wasn't talking. I think you told me, or somebody, you probably told me this story, that right. He probably wasn't talking about himself. He was talking about the CEO, but there was nothing about him. And the fact is the prime example that the officers didn't feel threatened by him either, because they didn't close down the McDonald's. They had patron going back and forth to the bathroom while he was sitting there, right? They themselves went to the bathroom while he was sitting there. There was nothing about him that emanated any type of threat whatsoever. So I don't know. So I can't tell if he's suffering from any mental illness or stuff like that. But if they do come out and say he's suffering from schizophrenia, or he's a sociopath, maybe they could push it, but I don't know. You can't tell. You can't tell.
Okay. Brutally honest wanted to know, do you think he was gay?
I don't know. I don't know anything about him. I mean, they're talking about how because I get his story confused with Taylor Robinson, right? Because Taylor Robinson, they indicated Taylor Robinson had a transgender girlfriend. But then they're alleging the other day that his mom, no, it's Taylor Robinson that has a transgender. So I don't know anything about him. As he came out as LGBTQ?
Well, there's a rumor on the street that he swing both ways, but that's in the court. That's a courthouse rumor. I don't want to really. I couldn't tell you
Yes,
the
nothing.
difference.
You can't tell whether he's LGBTQ. He's not at all. He doesn't sound. I mean, certain people you could tell. Because I believe being LGBTQ is you're born with it. Some people believe that it manifests, but I believe you're born with it. So there's certain people that you could see that emulate certain whether they're female and they align with being male. You could tell because they speak and dress and walk like male. And the same thing with our LGBT LBGT female males. If they aligned with being a female, then they will talk and dress and walk like it. I don't see none of that. There's no characteristic that I could look at him to say what sexuality he is. No.
All right, very good. So we reached our time for today. It's been a long day for me.
Thank
3
you
long
so
lives.
much. Yes.
We just hit 2 hours, and
I'll let you go because
I
I'm
am
tired.
Thanks for coming on. Thank you to everybody who participated, who definitely sat through the 2 hours. That's amazing. This is the 3rd long live of today.
Yeah, because you're amazing. It's not us, it's you. You're the common.
No, it's not me. I'm just here for the enjoyment. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm gonna let you close out. Take us home.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Whoever's saying I'm in trouble on social media, can you put a name? Tell me what I'm in trouble with, because I'm interested. You can't be having people telling my son that I'm in trouble. I don't know what the hell I did wrong. But yeah, other than that, I really appreciate coming here on a live and talking. Again, I like to say, I don't know if I've said it plenty of time, but I'm going to tell you, I am just a Black woman that live in Brooklyn, living her best life, talking about her Black experiences, okay? You guys may not be able to relate, but do understand that what I'm talking about is based on my experience and my thought. Sometimes I try to be funny and add humor to it, but you could take most of the stuff I say as my pure, honest opinion. I could be wrong, and you guys could come back and say, Mama Flip, you're wrong about this, and I will listen. But this is based on my experience, working, politicking, life experience, raising children in America, and being a Black woman. So I just want to say that. Also, I want to say, please follow me on MamaFlips Slots. That's MAMASFLIP Slots. I have a casino channel with me and my mom, Grandma Flip, and we have a lot of fun. We would love for you guys to come and support us. I'm trying to get us to 10,000 subscribers. We just passed 6,000 this past weekend, so I'm very excited, but we need 4 more thousands to get up there. So I hope that you guys could come and join us. And also, I have another channel where I talk about this type of stuff, where I have receipts. I have a 7-hour expose, and I wanted to show it real quick. I'm not going to play it, but I want to show it real quick to you before we go. And I've been meaning to do this. Give me 1 second, just 1 second, so you guys can see it real quick. All right. Is this one? If you could share it real quick. Can you share it? Do you see it on there?
Yes, it's showing on my side.
Okay, you see how short my hair was? This is a 7-hour video. I have receipts, I have photos, I have everything, including the phone log. I have the Katie Johnson lawsuit. I have everything. Please go check it out. I think it's I'm not sure if it's live yet on Mama Flip Live, but I'm gonna check and see if I can put it up. Please go check it out so that you could see every receipt I found about Donald Trump. So other than that, that's it. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. Tomorrow at noon, tune in for News at Noon. We look forward to seeing you guys there. Thank you for all the comments. And let's see. Paul Zabro says, hopefully you can wake up and focus on merit. Okay, so that's it. Stella says, good night, everyone. We're going to leave it there. Good night. Thank you.
Good night. Thank you. We'll talk about merit next time. Bye.
All right.
Different voices, but the same song. Building a world where we all belong. Kindness leading the way, breaking the chains. In the symphony of love, the thing remains. Embracing diversity, brighter days in sight. Watching the world sharing love and light. Hearts beating as one in our peaceful flight. Colors of harmony, painting the night. United we stand in love's pure might. Watching the world sharing love and light. Hearts beating as one in our peaceful flight. The colors of harmony, painting the night. United we stand in love's pure might.